Hey guys, it's Ethan from Zimmer Labs. We're going to do a quick video on two sabers that I just got from Mr. Back. He wanted these upgraded. They are Luxion sabers. We have a Ascend from Genesis Custom Sabers, and this is a Jaina saber. I'm not exactly sure who made it, but both are a few years old. Both needed some work, and both are Luxion RGB in-hilt LED sabers. I don't do a lot of those, so I thought it was good to do a quick video on these just to show you guys what you can do with Proffieboards and TNC sabers in these. So he wanted them upgraded with newer electronics with Proffieboards because, mostly I think because of the smoothswing effect, which is really great as far as it comes to realistic sound effects and just, you know, the way it works with the motion and such. And so these are done, and I just figured I would do a quick video so Mr. Bach can give me his opinion, let me know if there's anything he wants done, and so you guys can see how they work. This guy had a more dull finish. It was a semi-matte finish, but it had some scratches, so he wanted this polished. So I did a light polish on it. I didn't want to really overdo it and put too much of a shine on it, but just remove the few small scratches that were on there. So I did that. There's a new rubber gasket here, and both of them have a new custom blade plug, turbine razor style. This guy has a Proffieboard, of course. It's your 28mm speaker down the bottom, removable battery here, and a Proffieboard here. And this is just a standard custom saber shop slide-in chassis that fits perfect in here. This had a crystal shard in it before, but that's what we swapped out. Up top we've got power and auxiliary, blade retention right here. As you can see, smooth swing is in full effect here. You guys will look at the blade plug real quick. It's a little bright, so it's hard to see. There you go. Just slide this guy out. Put a blade in. The opening blade is, I think that's a cyan. Then bright blue. Nice red. And bright green. It's a magenta or a hot pink. This is white, although it does have a tiny bit of red to it. This is deep sky blue. This is dark orange. And we're back to first blade. There's pretty much all there is to show you guys on this one. The Jaina, I did a bit more interesting custom work to, because it needed a bit more help. This one was in a considerably better condition. Jaina saber came to me with broken buttons, broken LEDs, broken cover tech, and I think it had a broken sound card too. I don't know, to be honest. But what I did was did a Proffieboard in here as well. I did a little bit of mill work down here so that the kill key is now on the outside, which is a nice touch because you no longer have to take the pommel off, which is locked on by the cover tech knob here, in order to charge it or to turn it on. Now this is a simple twist to activate kill key. Now she's on, as you can tell by the alternating flashing LEDs. It's green to red. I did a new clamp card decorative bit here because this one was so worn down that you almost couldn't tell what it was. And then I did new metal buttons, metal plungers here. These are your power and auxiliary. Blade plug, similar to the other one. Blade retention over here. It's a bit tight. I'm going to have to loosen that up a tiny bit before I ship it out. That was not that tight before. It's the blade plug. New RGB LED in here because the one that was in there before, the green dye, no, not the green dye, the blue, I think it was the blue dye or the red dye, I can't remember. One of the three was dead, so I did a new lens and a new LED in this guy. Let's fire it up. Incredibly bright. Just blinded myself there a tiny bit. Now, since this is a Jaina saber, I did try to load it up with as many different colors as I could that are different variations on what her color blade should look like. So, the opening blade here is... Oh, I just hit the kill key, sorry. Opening blade is, I would call it a white magenta or a white purple. And as you guys can see, it's definitely rocking the smooth swing here too. Next blade is hot pink. This is deep pink. This is light salmon. No, this is light salmon, I apologize. I think that was hot pink. Then we've got dark orange. Blue. Red. Green. Cyan. Cyan. White. This is, I want to say, steel tomato? Spring tomato, maybe? This one is yellow. This guy is... Oh, it's killing me, but I can't remember this one. Oh boy. Aquamarine, I think? No, it was coral. And then aquamarine, and then this is aqua. And that's back to the first blade. So I did as many different variations of purple, pinkish, whitish blade to try to get one that really is close to Jaina's color. So Mr. Beck, whatever one you think is best, I can tweak so it's the first in the list if you like, or just let me know. The other thing to show you guys on this one, I do have to open it up to get to it, but the chassis in this one was pretty simple and old, but rather than throw it away and do a new chassis, since there really wasn't anything wrong with it, I just cleaned it up, repainted it, and added a chassis extension on the end. And then I did a little bit of removal of some materials, and that way it can fit a really big battery. So now, Mr. Buck, you've got a 2170 4800 milliamp hour battery in there now, so this guy's going to last a long time. And then down the bottom is your Proffieboard with access to your USB and SD card right here. Battery protection circuit right there. And this guy, when you're putting it back, you just have to be careful so that the recharge port lines up with the milled out side here, and this hole lines up with the hole for the cover tech, which means this guy has to go over here a tiny bit. Let's see, did we get it? Not quite. This needs to go down a little further. Still down a little further. That's getting close. And, oh, also, upgraded the speaker on this for you as well. This is one of my new JBL 28mm drivers that I found, which are really terrific. They sound awesome. And I guess that's about it, really. This guy's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Just pop the kill key back here again. And, nope, cover tech's not lined up. Close, very close. There we go. Spatial alignment is just not something that I think any guy is any good at. Not really sure why, but... So you tighten this guy up to lock it in. Now the hilt is on, the pommel's on, and the recharge port is here. And the kill key slides in through the pommel, so that way you don't have to take it off to access it or to turn it on, turn it off. And the idea there, the whole point of that really just being ease of use. You want it to be something you can use quickly, easy, conveniently, without having to take it apart, open it up, whatever. And at some point I'm going to get this thing aligned right so that the twist kill key works. That's the alignment right there. At least it should be. Okay, yep. So now it's back on, and we just twist this guy, and it's off again. Twist it again. And it's on again. Perfect. And that, as they say, is that. Not much else to show you guys on this one. But it's cool what you can do with the color schemes with the Proffieboard and a Luxion in-hilt LED. If you put a RGB or a RGBW, tri-cree or a quad-cree in there, you can then define it in the config file within the Proffieboard operating system. Just tell it what LED it's got, how many dyes it's got, and what the resistors are. And then once it knows what's in there, you can define the blades just by saying, I want it blue, or I want it green, and it makes that. It does the color mixing for you. You don't have to mix the colors at all. All you have to say is, I want green, or I want coral, or I want cyan, or I want magenta. And it knows what all the color definitions are for all the colors, and it just mixes the colors for you and creates the exact color blade you want just by referencing the name of the color, which is super cool. A really great idea, really great design by Frederick, which is not surprising because everything he's designed, as far as anything I've ever seen, regarding the operating system and the TT Saber, the Proffieboard, they're all really clever and really well done. So that's that, and thank you guys for watching, and a few more videos to come ASAP.